Hi everyone. It has been quite a week this week. Tuesday we had a field trip to the Virginia Holocaust Museum, which is a 3.5 hour bus ride there and back. So it was about a 13-hour day. It was a long day, but the kids were really, really great. I mean, I couldn't have asked for both. We took two teams of kids, and there was about 80 of them, I think, around. And they were great. Well behaved, polite, respectful in the museum. It was a really great day. It was a really long day. It was about a 13-hour day, but it was really great. And it was cool for me because um, Jay is a co-founder of the museum and also a Holocaust survivor, and he's Lithuanian, and I have been to Lithuania, and I've been to Vilnius. I haven't been to the ghetto where he lived during the Holocaust, but I have been to Turkey, which is the place. His story is he escaped the ghetto with his family, and they lived for 6 months in a potato hole in Turkey. And I've been to Turkey and did not know of this potato hole and this whole story when I was there, but it's cool for me personally to go and know that I was in the same place, as he was hiding in his potato hole around the same place. So that was really neat for me. And during the rest of the week, Monday, we were introducing the U.S. coming into the war with a frame and video clips of the Japanese bombing Pearl Harbor. And Monday went well. I was really good I thought I did well telling the story and bringing out some details that were important for the kids to know. And we talked a little bit about Japanese internment, but really Wednesday, after we came back from the field trip, we really got into Japanese internment, and they read a story about a personal account of Japanese internment and like a Japanese family that came to America and what it was like for them before and then during, and it was very interesting. And I had them do this one activity where they were supposed to think like they were a Japanese American, and they were asked to. The government came to them and asked them that they needed to pack up and leave, and they needed to put all the things that were important to them in a suitcase, and what would they take? And I was a little disappointed because I don't know if it was me giving not enough direction or what, but they didn't really take it as seriously as I wanted them to. And it just was extra disappointing because we had just been to the Holocaust Museum. We've been talking about the Holocaust for, a week and a half, 2 weeks, and they didn't take it seriously. So, and it could have been the field trip. They were all tired and still buzzing from the field trip, and also there was a substitute that day. So it could have been a number of things, but I kind of stressed it to them first period, after the fact, and then third period when I explained the activity, I started out with, this is a serious topic, we need to give our full attention to this. And so it went a little better in third period, so I was happy about that. And what else? Oh, Thursday was a really cool day because we looked at the home front through 6 stations, and there were African Americans, women, propaganda of all sorts, and throughout all the stations. It was just a really cool day, and I introduced it really well. I connected it from the Pearl Harbor lesson to this lesson really well, and I closed it really well with just making connections for them with propaganda and things we had talked about earlier, and other things that we had been discussing. So I felt really good about this. Thursday went really well. And then Friday, they did some more stations. This time it was 3 stations exploring the 3 turning point battles of World War II, which were the Battle of Britain, the Battle of Stalingrad, and the Battle of Midway. And they had to jot down some information. Their left side assignment is to draw a picture with all the important information from each battle, like why it was a turning point and what was a new feature of the battle, a new weapon, or who won, so all the important details. But it was also important that they know not only these key facts that they had to write down on this little sheet of paper for the assignment, it was also important that they know the whole progression of the battle and like why it happened and why it's important and who did what to, how that all happened. And so I was really trying to stress that it's a story and tell each other the story, and I think it went really well. I think it did. I ran over, but I used some English time, which is okay, I guess, but it did go well. I think they enjoy moving around and talking with people about their classmates about things. So it's always fun when we can do that, and it is great because I have a group that can do that. They're responsible enough to be able to do that. So that was good. Let's see, what else happened? Well, this coming week is spring break, so it's only a 2.5-day week, which I'm excited to go home and have somewhat of a break, but we'll see. So I guess there's this student that I have that doesn't do any work, really. He never turns in anything on time, and we have this policy where they come in during lunch if they hadn't finished something that was due that day. Well, it's supposed to be a punishment, and it's not a punishment for him anymore. It's just he knows he's got to do it because he didn't do his work, and it's not a consequence anymore. And so we're kind of at a loss for what to do because he just doesn't care. He doesn't care. So we have a conference with his mom on Tuesday, and we'll see if anything can come out of it, but I'm just struggling with how do you make a kid care if he doesn't, and he doesn't see any value in learning. And he's a bright kid, but he just doesn't get the schoolwork. And it's kind of funny because his really close friend in the class, in the little team, is one of the smarter kids on the team, who does all of his homework on time, never misses class, he always has his assignments, and you can tell that he's put a lot of effort into all of his assignments. So that's kind of interesting. I don't really know what to make of that dynamic, but we will see how the conference goes, and here's to a 2.5-day week.